You guys know what? You guys know what a rose is?
Like,
You guys know what a rose is?
A
rose? Crack pipe?
No, a frat, like a rose.
Oh no!
No, what is that?
They used to sell these crack pipes that were it had a rose in it, like a fake rose in it, and they would just call it the rose pipe, and that's how they sold the crack pipes legally.
That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Legally.
Allegedly.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Back upstate when I was at school, I remember my buddy came home. He's like, "Yo, you want a rose?" And I was like, "I guess." And he just handed me a crack pipe, and I was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this?" He's like,
Yo, Valentine's Day goes
"Oh."
crazy.
Dude, that would be for the crackheads, bro. That's a fire gift, though. Come on, tell me that.
Yeah, so a rose, that's when there's a girl, she gets called Rose.
Oh no, I already know where this shit is.
And for the frat, she's every year they change it out.
wait.
Every year they change out like the rose. And that person is like the girl for the frat. That's like used.
She's the groupie.
Yeah.
The head groupie.
Who would agree to that?
A slut.
Someone who wants to be a groupie.
What do you mean?
They exist. They're around. They're 100% around.
Bro, I just think that's dirty, you know?
That's dirty as hell.
Bro,
Where does this exist?
That's
a lot of fraternities.
Are you serious?
So
you've heard of this?
You've heard of a rose?
Yeah. Mine didn't have one, but
The sound of disappointment.
He's like, I want a rose.
Oh,
I was not the rose. Thank
Yeah, you
for
were
that.
not?
I was not. Thank you.
You know
There exists. They're around.
Damn.
Usually, the girl looks exactly how you expect her to.
How do you expect her to look?
Slutty. Like,
Wait, so but like was she like ugly or like was she hot? Somewhere in between.
I think it's
Like
in
mid,
between.
like
I think
mid.
hot girls.
She wasn't like gorgeous, but she like she wasn't like
Bangable.
She's a pick me girl. She has to be a pick me girl.
I would agree with that.
Do
They're
you-
always trying to level up. So like,
Yo, that rose is
one
head.
of my buddies was in a different fraternity, and this girl was literally like hopping her way up e-board, like starting at the secretary, they go into like
Damn.
pledge master, they go into like vice president, and
Dude,
then president.
but like sleeping with people.
yeah, just like sleeping her way up.
That's
and then
crazy.
she became top groupie, and then
Top groupie.
and then she was able to bring like X amount of people to parties. Like they gave
Dude,
like,
that's
an
such
extra
a low
privilege.
payout. That's a
Oh,
crazy low payout.
Well, I'm sure there's more that I
Yeah.
just didn't hear about because it's not my org, but like
It's
you
not
know.
your rose.
No, it wasn't my rose.
Did you wish you had
Yeah.
a rose?
Honestly,
No,
no.
yeah.
That's
I
kinda
feel like it's
nasty,
kinda
bro. I don't want to
grimy.
be.
I don't
want
wanna
to
be a part of that either, bro.
Yeah, bro, that's a little nasty.
Bro, like
That's how
I can't
STs
imagine the type of a girl that would agree to that. That's just
I think you're born into it, you know.
No.
You don't agree
You're
to,
born
You don't agree to
You're
it. It just
born
happens.
into
It just
Like
fucking happens.
Like it's an Indian caste system.
Like 18 years
You're
from
born
now.
and assigned
What
the
the
rose. The
Damn.
chosen one.
You know, I think after what happens is you start with one guy and then you get a little drunk and then the second guy happens and then you're
how
just
do you
a
even
rose
become
one.
one? Do you be like, I heard there's a new
I
vacancy?
think that's how it.
Yeah.
Day. Yeah, right.
Yo, like it just happens
Yeah,
naturally.
that you're born. That's what I mean. You just like you're fucking one guy and then you get drunk and then the ex-boyfriend, the other boyfriend tries some shit on you. It works, and then the third guy's like, "Yo, it's that easy," and then it just happens like that. I think that's what happens. And then it's just like, you fucked her too? It's like, yeah, I fucked her. Did you fuck her? It's like, yeah, I did too. And it's just like a whole like group of 30 people that are like,
Damn.
And then they have like an intervention one day and they're like, yo, we all want a piece again and we're cool with you, dude.
he's like, I saw this one video where it was
You know what I'm saying? Like they stop you at one day. It's like, it would be cool if we could all get in on the action.
That's
Like a
crazy.
train.
Did you break
Yeah.
the news at your frat? Were you that guy? That would be like, yo, like
I was never in a frat.
You were
we
never
were
friends.
closely affiliated, no?
Was I?
Yeah.
With what?
That's what I thought.
There was an Asian
No,
fraternity
no.
around. One of the
Yeah.
culturals.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to join an Asian frat, but you can join a frat.
No, I was not in a frat.
No?
I was not in a
Nah,
frat.
but like
yeah.
one of my buddies from high school, he was like, "I'm never joining a frat. I'm never joining a frat." And
So
then
he's
he
that
started
guy.
hanging out with some friends he met playing basketball, and they were in this Asian frat, and he ended up joining. And
He had a crack, and then
he was like, "I will never do it. I will never do it." And he was the first one. He joined like second semester freshman year.
Do you guys think that
What's
Yeah,
the
you
craziest things you guys eaten?
craziest
Um,
thing?
You mean like bizarre meat or like just
Like I'm talking bull testicle. I'm talking insects. You know, like what's the crazy?
I'm definitely eating lots of crickets and mealworms and stuff.
Ew.
For what?
They sell them like chips. It's in a bag.
Yeah,
They're
but
Where
why?
in UK?
Wait, what?
In UK?
No, like on Amazon or like if you
What?
go to-
Ew, what the
In a
fuck?
bag? You did that?
This whole-
Yeah.
Yo, why would you deliberately go on Amazon and be like, oh, let me get some crickets right now? What the
Well,
fuck?
I mean, you
Dog,
know,
they sell rice at the supermarket.
They do. Well, anyway, I thought it would be a good idea.
Was
Damn,
it
how
like?
did it
But did you
taste?
like them?
Yeah. Well, the flavor was good, the crunch was good, but they ended up cutting up my mouth a lot
I think
Ugh.
Really? Wait, why?
because they're just like so sharp and like toasted. They're like, you know, like they're all pointy. So like you take
Oh,
one
like their
bite.
legs, some of the.
Ew.
Yeah,
Do you
so,
eat
like,
the legs
scratches
too?
up your cheeks. Yeah, you pick it up and you eat
I
it.
think it'd be wasteful not to. Eat
Bro,
the
for
legs
me,
at that
like the
point.
legs
You
is
know what
what
I'm
would
saying?
throw me off. Like I would eat it
They're
if there was
dead.
no legs.
They're
Yo.
dried, they're shriveled up, and they got like hella seasoning on them.
I think for one episode we bring in crickets.
Just for
And we-
him.
Yeah, just for you.
Just
We're
for
gonna
you.
get
Yeah,
some
I'm like, oh,
snacks,
hold
some
on.
snacks.
I think it'd be
right?
funny if we all ate one.
Nah, you and him can have it.
No, come
You
on.
don't think you could handle it?
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Weak
Dude, this is the
sauce.
only reason I'm
Weak
grinding
sauce.
to like make mad bread, bro. So I don't have to end up eating
Crickets. Eating bugs in like
when
30
we end up in a
years?
food shortage, dog. This is like my entire like life motivation right
Yeah,
here.
so you don't have to eat that shit.
There's no way I'm gonna eat a cricket, bro.
Bro, that's
An
crazy.
easier way is just knowing how to hunt,
No,
right?
Shoot deer.
Yeah,
What are
because
you gonna do,
you
shoot
in
a
New York
raccoon
City
in
can
Central
hunt
Park?
like real well. You're like, I'm gonna go hunt some Cheetos at the corner store.
Some
Like-
rats.
bro.
My
You can probably hunt rats in New York City.
my
Probably
my godfather has a couple of guns, and there was a story where he booby traps his gun safe. So
What?
there's- Yeah.
For who?
So if someone tries to get into his safe and they're not him, they're gonna get killed. So there's a
Killed
story-
or zapped?
killed.
If you set a booby trap in New York State, that's
Well, I
illegal.
mean,
That's illegal
sir.
as fuck, yeah.
Oh shit! Allegedly. Allegedly.
What's his name?
His full name.
Name and address.
Where did he live though?
Anyway, well, I'm gonna digress from that story. Yeah, allegedly that's what he would do, and
And what kind of trap did he
it
allegedly
was just a
set?
good. And he would go hunting up in he has a couple of houses up in Wyndham, and he
Uh-huh.
would go hunting up there, and there would be like deer on his property.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah,
it's
I
pretty-
mean they literally walk right up.
Yeah.
So what
So
allegedly?
what was the craziest
No,
thing
I'm
you-
not.
So what's the craziest thing
he-
you ate?
Not crazy, but I'd say like frog. Frog's not that crazy.
Man, you asking that kind of question, man.
Or
I
like
ate a frog.
or like I guess snail.
Snail?
Escargot.
everybody
Oh,
eats
come on,
snails,
man.
What the
That's
hell?
a delicacy,
What
bro.
about you?
That's a delicacy.
Yeah,
about
for
you?
real.
Man,
You're
I
throwing
didn't.
some shade on
I
me?
didn't even ask the question. I was just say a prawn,
Well, I was,
bro.
We were talking about hot dogs. I was figuring.
You said a prawn?
Yeah, a prawn, like from like Thailand though. So like that shit is like
a
stupid
prawn?
big.
It's
Prawn.
like kind of like
Basically
a
a big-ass
shrimpy,
shrimp.
kind of crawfishy.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
kinda-
crawfish. Yeah. And so yeah, I just had a giant prawn in Thailand.
Damn,
and
that's crazy.
it looked raw as
Yo,
hell.
you're not.
I mean,
Really?
bro, it's.
Yo,
Yo,
Was it actually
honest-
raw?
I don't think it was raw. I
You
mean, it
don't-
was
no, you
cooked as
don't
hell,
need-
but
You steam those, yeah.
yeah, it was just like very unusual for me because like honestly, I don't go anywhere within like a 10-foot pole of crustaceans in general.
Honestly, like
Oh.
I can't even look
Right,
at
you're right.
shrimp normally because somebody said there's
I think we
ocean
talked about
cockroaches.
this.
Yeah, the cockroaches of
we
the sea.
talked about
Yeah,
this.
so like
Yeah.
I low key like sometimes when I see shrimp, I really can, especially the small ones.
Yeah.
And if you haven't cleaned them out well and you still see that fucking poop line or whatever, or like the
Yeah,
blood
the
line,
poop line-
whatever
yeah.
it is,
Yeah.
I can't eat it, and like makes me want to gag and like be like, what? I
You
don't
don't
want to
just
eat that.
take the poop line out and then
No, ew, I can't do that, bro, because
It's like
I
stepping.
know,
It's like stepping.
I
in-
know it was there, you know.
It's
like
like
just eat this walnut without cracking the shell.
No, like I can't do that, like. So like sometimes shrimp is like a no-go unless they're big shrimp.
you can
You know, the
milk a
jump-
cow, but you cannot peel a shrimp.
That's different. Cow is a
Come
cow.
on,
That's a
someone-
cockroach. That's a cockroach.
No,
I think it's
I
different.
I,
It's
think
I
cows
understand you
different,
want to
yeah.
eat
Yeah.
cockroaches here, but
I think
like,
It's a shrimp.
Nah, dude. Not to mention the ROI on crustaceans
right?
is mad low.
you
dude.
have
Yeah.
to like do so much work to get this
Yeah,
little
well,
meat.
bro.
Well, if you
Yeah.
get like a lobster, you know,
No,
Too much work.
fucking
tail the claws.
Bro,
Only the tail
that's
has
mad
enough.
work.
Yeah, only the tail.
Only the tail
And
has
then-
enough
and
meat
you-
for you to work.
And you gotta surrender
Then
the
you'd be
tail
getting
to
some
your like
small-ass
grandparents.
lobsters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Exactly,
saying?
right?
The elders
you
get
can't
the
even have
good
it.
meat.
You gotta get those tiny little legs.
yeah, yeah.
You
And then
know?
you get then the fucking cartilages in there, or like whatever the fuck that is, tendons. What's
What
what's
are you-
that? What's
uh-huh.
that clear shit?
Oh.
That you can't eat.
Oh.
It just pokes the shit out of you.
Uh-huh.
They have their gills in the like head when you rip that off, but
Yeah, too much work, man.
you can't eat those.
You
Those
know,
taste like leathery and gross.
Just hurting your case.
The one thing I will never understand is like when I go to hot pot or like barbecue place and they order crab or shrimp, because that's too much work. You know,
Yeah.
like if I want to go barbecue, I'm just gonna get some meat, you know, and then eat it. That you cook it, then you put on your plate, and you still have to work for it. You know, it's too much.
Yeah.
Sound very high maintenance.
Yes,
No.
no, no,
No.
no.
You just no.
Hold
you-
on now, buddy. Hold on.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
No, it's just like, you know, too much work. Like, why would I
Lazy.
do that? Why would I work so much for food? I'm in America.
Yeah.
American.
She left that part
Yeah,
of her life.
I left Uzbekistan, so I don't have to do this anymore, man. Like, what the hell? Why can't I enjoy my privilege here?
Well, all right.
Damn. Didn't know how to justify my existence.
Yeah.
Speaking of
I-
existence, do you guys think karma is a thing?
Oh, totally.
Yeah, you do.
Speaking of existence, what do you guys think the meaning of life is? It's like a
Yo, I thought that's where he's going.
yeah, it's like shit.
But
like,
do you guys think karma is a thing?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
What about like, you know, when you're a kid? Not saying like there's kids that die. I'm not saying like when you, because I said you know when you're a kid, but there's kids that die. Do you think that they, what is their part play in karma?
Their previous life.
No.
I guess.
Woo! We
Just
went
just
deep.
what it's meant
We
to
went
be.
deep.
Just what it's meant to be. Can't change that.
Yeah, I guess. Like that tractor kid.
You know what?
Like he
He was
stealing
meant
from his
to be.
grandma. That's
Bro,
what's
that
going
was
on.
meant to
He
be. Like,
was the slave master last time.
Oh,
He's switching up.
yeah, he's like, oh, here you go, motherfucker.
But like, yo, like, come on, you're driving, someone cuts you off, they're driving like a total asshole, and then like a mile up the road, you see him pulled over, like, karma, like, you know, like, don't fucking cut me off, bitch. Yeah, I think it exists.
Yeah, God was like, God's like, Rob got fucked here. I'm gonna get him back.
Yeah, you know, it doesn't happen all the time, but when it does, I appreciate the
So,
moments.
if you believe in like karma, do you believe in like affirmations? Do you know what that is?
No,
So there's like a whole
Is that
like
what-
cult of people that I kind of like. I had a friend that was really into it, where you wake up every day at like 5 in the morning. You do your Zen thing, where it's like you go like this, and you're like, I am the best. I deserve everything in my life.
I will make a lot of
I
money.
will become rich. I attract
seen that.
good people around me. So
Uh-huh.
like she was like, you should do this for like a couple of months and you'll see how your life will change.
Mm.
And I was like, so I did it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, nothing's changing, man.
This shit's dumb as hell.
I'm going back. I'm gonna go sleep. So like, do you guys believe in that?
No.
No.
What the fuck?
So then, how are like? You see a lot of these YouTubers preaching this shit. There's like a lot of
Which
books on this.
YouTubers are you
No,
watching?
good mentality.
It's really big in sales
There's this
because it keeps your morality high.
like, you know, there's this book. There's this book. It's called Think and Grow Rich. So basically, the point of that book is that your thoughts have physical matter attached to it in a scheme of universe. So like, you know, when you always think bad thoughts, you eventually will call on these bad things to happen because you're always so negative. You know, you're gonna eventually choose path in your life that will lead you to those negative events.
Yeah.
Whereas if you believe, like, you know, something good will happen to you and like you gotta try good things in life, then you will choose paths that attract you to that way of living. So that's what the book is about. So they say, oh, your thoughts matter, which is why a lot of these people, and like this guy, Rich Dad Poor Dad, he also talks about it. So a lot of them, you know, they say something about it. So I'm like, is it real? Is it not? You know?
I feel like it's just preaching a good mentality.
yeah, I
good
think it's a
mindset.
morality thing. Yeah,
Like it's
I agree.
all because if you make up here like clean, efficient, then it's just you're gonna be a better worker. You're gonna be
Yeah,
better at doing like everything. Like if you're focused and you're able to like you're regimented.
Mm.
where I feel like waking up at 5, that's teaching you the discipline to get up early, you know, and to
True. I feel
have
like it
all
just boils
these-
down to it.
Yeah. Then it just boils down to good habits and thinking right.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have to if there's two options, one's a good option, one's a bad option, and you just make enough good options, you're gonna go somewhere, you know. And I think that's how it boils down to.
Yeah, but like, man,
Don't do drugs.
I've
do
seen
drugs.
these people like have a whole like map in their house of like things they cut out from the journal. It's called like
That's crazy.
a picture of
That's a psychopath.
a wish picture or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And they like cut down like a beautiful house and they just pop it down there. You know, a car they want, they plop it down. They plop down the salary
Like a
they want.
collage?
if I walk into
Yeah.
someone's house
And then they just wake up every morning and they just take a look at it and they're like, ah,
all
If
the
I-
things
I'm just
I
gonna-
don't have.
I'm just gonna do nothing and
If
I'm
I-
gonna achieve that.
if I wake up, no, if I go to someone's house and I see that shit on the wall,
A red flag.
I'm leaving. I'm like, yo, what is wrong with this guy? He's a Barbie cut house on the wall. What am I doing here? Why am I talking to this guy?
What if it's like his kids?
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. What were you gonna say? You were gonna say something.
I was gonna say, you could also like put a picture of your coworker that you don't really like on the wall, and like the car he pulls up to work in every morning,
And just
where
like,
he
oh,
lives.
I really hope he has a crash, right?
Start like putting pins in it and attaching
voodoo-
pieces of string.
Start
to,
like
to
red
each one.
marking everything,
Get a
right?
voodoo doll.
Yeah.
Invite all your coworkers over for a happy hour.
Except him.
Yo, I really
No, you
see your
bring him.
tan
You let
line.
him see the shrine.
My tan line
Yeah, look at that.
on my leg, right?
That's crazy.
It's like a. Is it that bad?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, from here it looks very different.
It looks the same to me. But wait, is it? People tell me it looks like I'm wearing like pantyhose half on my leg.
Do you shave your thighs?
Yeah, I shave my legs before I dress up in the unitard.
As if you save those milliseconds when biking?
Is it easier to
Yeah,
put it
that's what
on?
makes me competitive, bro.
Get that competitive edge.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, when he needs to lose a few grams to become more like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
easy to
That's
to
what they
be
do
on
with
a bike.
swimming. There are people that wax butt naked. But I mean,
My
if,
buddy used to shave his eyebrows and everything too. He
Oh,
shaved
what
his
the
whole
fuck?
head, his
Yo,
eyebrows, everything.
when you
was all-
when you shave your eyebrows once, that shit's fucked forever. If
That's
you look
not
at
true.
anyone that shaved their eyebrows fully, and you look at the before and after, you can
That's
tell
not
you can
true.
tell the difference. Wait,
That's
you
not
shaved
true.
it full?
Not full, but like
No,
half of it.
I'm talking like
Uh-huh.
you shave.
Zzz.
I've
Like
seen
the
many.
whole
You
shit
guys
off.
know Dude Perfect?
Yeah.
One of the twins shaved his eyebrows, and they looked identical. Then after, every time I see a video from them, or like a thumbnail or something on like social media, you could tell which one shaved their eyebrows and which one didn't.
What's the difference?
Well, it's just more thin, and the quality of like the eyebrow is like very like.
Really? My hair grew back thicker when
Well, I'm
I
talking
shaved
like
them.
full.
Doesn't matter. If it grew back thicker here, half of it, then all of it would have grown that way.
I guess, but
I think we could tell.
Oh, you can tell,
then-
really, now that I mentioned
do you guys know Impractical Jokers? Do
I'm just kidding. yeah,
you guys know Impractical Jokers?
No.
of course.
One of the guys that shaved his eyebrows for a dare, his eyebrows are fucked forever.
Who's that, Murr?
Murray, yeah, you could tell.
I'm gonna have
telling
to
you,
double
it's
check.
not-
I'm gonna have to get a
it's not
before
a
and after
coincidence.
picture.
I had a friend that shaved his eyebrows too. Looks all right now.
I guess, or
I
maybe
think
All
it grows
right
back.
or
It takes
good?
a while.
yeah.
It takes like a year for it to go back
Yeah,
properly.
to become like full
yeah,
again.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking like 2 years, 3 years different. I'll show you after. I'll show you pictures. Of
All
them.
right, show us
It's
pictures
crazy. The
afterwards.
difference is
All right,
crazy.
all right.
Yeah.
Take your word for it.
Yo, so 4th of July, anyone watch any cool fireworks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, on my block, allegedly,
Uh-huh.
on my block, bro, the fireworks there are crazy. They have like industrial grade fireworks. I don't know who the fuck is supplying these people, but like that shit goes like 20 stories high and blows up. It's insane.
Like a normal firework?
I'm talking like, you know how you go to like a store, like I'm talking about, this is like Coney Island, this is like Disney World fireworks they're working with. It's crazy.
In the streets.
Yeah, it's right. It's literally like an avenue away from where I live. And I was walking my dog and I saw like 30 people crowding around. I was like, what's going on? And nothing was going on like at the moment. I walk away, 10 minutes of a walk, I guess. And I turn around to a big boom. And I look up and it's just a fucking industrial grade fire. It's not like one of those like you light it and then it goes boop. It's a whole 30 minutes of just like they had to dump $100,000 into that shit. Like it's insane.
Jeez,
That's
they got
crazy.
some nice cakes then.
Got that
Yeah.
shit from Iran.
Probably came in like a Barbie doll kind
Yeah,
of
to cover it
box.
up.
Yeah.
Because it's illegal to buy.
Spider-Man.
Yo, at work, right? I deal with like wires, and this one bank, Mizuho
You have to explain
Bank,
what wires is.
People know what a wire when you send money.
It's
a
like
Fed wire.
it's like a copper cable that like, runs from one electrical device to another.
But there's one bank in
He
Japan,
runs those.
Mizuho
bank.
or Mizuno, one of those.
Mizuho.
Yeah, that one. They literally in your memo field you have to put like NI, NNK. Like they force you to put like these things, which basically is like not Iran, not North Korea, and NB for not Belarus.
What the
We
fuck?
just added Belarus
they're Russia,
May
right?
23rd.
Isn't that Russia? Belarus, Russia?
No.
Belarus is its
Dude,
own.
I don't
But they
know
are
my
an
geography.
ally.
Belarus is basically Russia. But,
Yeah,
like,
they are, and
They
Ukraine
have
is
a puppet.
basically Russia.
They have a puppet guy like in charge.
Wait, and they make you write these
You have
descriptions?
to put
Yeah.
that in, or they will
Because
reject
of
your wire. They
AML,
won't take
AML
it
reasons.
But
too.
wait, why?
because
AML.
those are very high risk countries.
Wait, so any wire that you send from one bank to another?
If it's going into Mizuho Bank, it must have.
Mizuho. Oh,
Is it because they're a Japanese bank?
No, well, they're the only Japanese bank that I know that does it. I mean, honestly, I haven't dealt with too many of those situations. Today was the first one where my branch.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've never seen that.
They had a wire kicked out and they were all pissed. They were like, "What the fuck?"
Wow.
I was like, oh, "Well, nothing I could do."
yeah.
Damn.
And then my boss sent me over like the form, and I literally like a month ago they changed it.
Is there something like for not Russia?
Oh,
Yeah,
Russia.
Since they have not Belarus.
I think Russia is NR. Yeah, I think they had that.
Yeah.
It
What
was
about
like 4.
not China?
No, they didn't.
No,
No, China
China's,
they didn't
uh,
reference.
China's good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah?
Iran, North Korea, Russia, and Belarus.
Damn. North
Yeah.
Korea be doing wires?
Bro,
I mean, maybe I haven't seen one yet, but I don't know who they would send it to. Like,
speaking of work, I was at work and I sat on my balls. I don't know if you guys ever.
Oh, what the fuck? How can you sit on your balls? Like you
It's
sit
hot- it's
front?
getting
they're dangling.
Have
You
you sat on
know,
your
like
balls?
when it's
Yeah, I
hot,
on
they
my bike, yeah.
stretch, Like,
How?
So I've sat on my balls and literally for a week straight, I couldn't sit straight. So I would be like on my chair like that. It's so
Yo.
painful.
What the hell?
I think that ties into karma. Like I must have pissed someone off, and then God was getting back at me.
you saw some guy get hit in the nuts and you laughed. That's
Yeah,
what happened.
I see a lot of those videos online. So
Wow.
one of them cashed their check on me.
Didn't
must
know
have-
that happens.
Yeah, you must have sat down on it pretty hard then.
Yeah, I sit down fast. Like,
Oh my
is that a
God.
weird thing to say? Like
I sit down fast.
I just
I just drop all my
yeah, I
weight.
plop down.
Yeah, really?
I plop down and then little.
Doesn't your butt have a cushion before your balls though?
No,
No,
when it's
it's-
hot, they dangle. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. They hang a little lower when it's steamy out.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They have
Yeah.
to be at the optimal temp, so if it's cold, they shrivel up closer to the body, and if it's hot, they.
They're a few degrees cooler than your body temperature.
There's a fine point where a temperature where everyone has this unique temperature where you have more ball than dick.
Nah, I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
I thought it'd be funny to say.
I
So.
don't think that's true.
I've seen some pretty big sacks, man.
Really?
I ain't gonna
Oh yeah,
lie.
when I used to lifeguard, I'd go into the changing room, I forgot,
and
the locker,
look at balls.
and there'd be some old
You
ass
have
people.
to, bro.
Bro, I think I actually saw my grandpa's sack one time.
No, way. were you young?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think I was
shit,
like
that
4 or
hits
5.
different.
And I didn't know what it
Like a
was.
fucking sledgehammer.
Bro, I know he was just sitting like this, and then he got up, and like he had this like one super old underwear, and like once he got up, I saw something hanging, and his underwear was like up to here, and like he got up and it's like there, and I'm like, what is that? I didn't ask no questions. I was like, what the fuck is that?
Uh-huh.
And now I'm like thinking back to it, I was like, that must have been the ball sack.
It's nuts.
It was in the summer too, so I bet it was hanging very
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
High chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you guys, as dudes, have you guys ever seen your dad's dick?
Yes.
And you're like,
Yeah.
yo, that shit's huge.
Of course. Of course.
I mean, I don't know what kid doesn't have that experience, dude. Like, Like at least once, bro. Like just
You
know.
see it, and you're just like, oh my god, and you look down, and you're like, what the fuck?
I mean, like honestly, that's the case with every little kid. They see like your dad's dick and they see your mom's whole like thing.
What?
Wait,
Oh,
wait,
you said hole?
wait, hold
that's
up.
right.
Hold
When you
up
said
a
hole,
second.
bad choice of
Whole,
words.
Like
yeah.
their whole body and whatever, you know? Like, cause you showered together.
Yeah, when you stopped on hole, it got a little sus. you see your dad's dick in your mom's hole.
No, not like that, man.
I was thinking, like, what are they doing in Uzbekistan?
No. I mean, like, you never went to a steam room?
Not where they're
When
all
I
naked.
went with the women. No,
What? Every steam room
Not
you
with-
go
even
to,
with
you
the
have
men,
to be
they're not
naked.
naked, bro. Like,
they're not showing me their manhole
No, no,
either.
no.
So
Every steam room you go to, you have to be naked because they're separated by
wait,
gender.
I'm a guy though.
every steam
So?
room I've ever been to is it's like gendered.
Yeah, you have a
but
little like towel to cover yourself if you're showered.
Yeah, but I've never seen a hole.
I've seen
when they're
like
wearing a cha-
I've
No,
seen
I'm
like
talking about-
speedos and thongs, but like I've
Seriously?
never seen but I've never seen like a straight nothing. Like I hope I never
Dan
do.
has been going into these steam rooms all
Yeah,
fucking-
steam rooms.
Some old man's like, yeah, come in here.
No, no, they're separated,
Private
you know.
access, but you have to be naked.
And there's also one here in Queens. Actually, I went to this shitty steam room, bro. It was the worst experience of my life.
'Cause it's
I wanted to go
Queens.
to
You have to
no,
put
not
I
even
could have
that.
told you that.
I wanted to go to the one in New Jersey. There's this place called Spa Castle or something like that, or like
You would
something
go all the way to Jersey.
something like that. And like 5 years ago, I heard it was a really good spot, right? So I wanted to go there, but none of us know how to drive a car. So we went to Queens. We took like 3 hour ride there on a bus and train.
They gotta fix that.
Got to the finally got there, right? And first of all, like I was very shy. They're like, "Oh, you have to undress." And like I'm not a little kid anymore. I had my swimming suit and everything, right? I was like, "Yay!" And so I go in and just a bunch of lesbians there. I go in towards one of the jacuzzis and this girl is like,
Hey, as a
And I
grown
was
man,
like-
I would get when we went to Japan. We went to that was the first like naked spa I've been to. I would get looked. Well, maybe because I looked foreign. That's probably
that
why.
was probably exactly why.
And I don't think they have a lot of gay Japanese men there. So
Bro, and
now
like,
I retract my statement.
when you sat down and you look down in the water, it's so
Bro, it's
clear.
so
Did you see the
fucking clear.
bush?
Wait, it's not clear.
It's not
What?
clear.
It's not clear.
It is clear.
What?
Yeah, my I could see my dick perfectly in the water. Yeah.
You're looking at your own shit.
He was
You don't
making
do
sure
that?
nobody
And
else
other
sees
people-
it.
Sizing
Nah,
himself
dude,
up.
I just
Alright, I'm gonna be
do my
honest.
thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a grower. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a grower.
Uh-huh.
And we were going in between hot and cold. I was getting a little self-conscious. I was like, yo, like, I gotta make sure it's good down there, you know?
He was like, let me get hard, let me get hard, let me get hard to these guys.
I'm just like,
Yeah, he's like, I don't want them to think I'm small.
Yeah.
he's like, oh man,
now they're
foreign
gonna just
kid.
think you popped a boner around all men.
So imagine
That's
just
fucking gay, man.
fucking hard. Dude, what do you do if you see someone in the sauna with a boner?
Nothing.
You just don't
You
say
gotta
it.
jerk
You look
them off
away.
to
You
help
avert
them.
the eyes.
Yeah. You ain't gotta let your boys leave with the blue balls,
Yeah,
are you?
right? You can't do that, man. You gotta take them to that steam room.
Oh shit! No, that was
Nice
you
and steamy.
with
No,
the
No,
grandpas.
bro. I, in that sauna in Queens, I looked down and there was like a bunch of Asian women next to me. And I'm just like, you know, looking at myself like into the water, splashing around, right? And just I see
Splashing?
like a blob of black moss.
What do you mean black? Oh, they're pubes?
Like a bush.
Okay.
Like, and the
I thought they
water
took a
is
shit.
expanded. It like
Ew,
expanded,
that's
man.
kind of nasty.
And I was like, I just got up and I went to the next one. So, but yeah, bunch of
Oh, this was
weirdos.
in your waxing days.
No, that was
No?
before that.
This
That was
was
before
before
that
the
because I
waxing
was like
days.
15 or 16.
Uh-huh.
So
Dude, now talking about this, talking about old people bush. So my grandpa's 106. This dude's old, right?
Damn.
So I have to.
oh damn,
So
you
I-
saw his bush?
I'm getting there. So I went over to my cousin's house because she was having a bridal shower. So she had someone to watch grandpa. And I went there to watch him. And I had to help him, like, take a shit. Because, you know, you got to take a shit every day.
You were pushing for him?
So I was picking him up and walking with him while he had a walker. So I was, like, behind him, like, making sure he doesn't fall backwards and holding it so he doesn't fall forwards, you know?
Yeah.
So we get to the toilet and I lower him down onto it. And I have to take off his pants and his diapers, and I saw his like bush, and I was like, God damn, bro, you got none. He has like 3 strands of hair, and I was
Seriously?
Wait, really?
yeah, bro. And I was like,
What?
but he's 106, so
How?
like the years, are really deteriorated, bro. He lost his hair up here and down there, and I was like, I thought you never lose the hair down here.
Yeah, I thought so
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So then he had like 3 strands of hair, and I was like, God damn, that's crazy.
You're like, oh, I have the same jeans.
Wow.
No, he has good hair genes, surprisingly, but I'm definitely not. I'm definitely not acquiring those.
Dude, it's a fucking
Like,
struggle, man.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie to myself. I'm not gonna.
We're
give
gonna have
myself-
to look into Bosley.
Yeah, so that's what that reminded me of when
That's
we're talking
crazy.
about push. Yeah,
Must be a lot of friction down there, man.
yeah. I mean, I
With
think
no
it's just
hair?
when you're old.
Yeah.
When you're
Nah.
old, shit stuff just stops working.
I think since he is like wearing a diaper.
Not just the hair.
I didn't even think about it like that.
I remember like when I used to go to this gym, 24 hour. Do you guys know about that gym? So you
Planet
know
Fitness?
it?
Yeah.
No, 24
24-hour fitness, right?
Yeah, 24 hour fitness. It went bankrupt
Oh.
Oh.
during COVID. Yeah, they closed
Uh-huh.
everything.
Well, they didn't go bankrupt. They chapter 11,
yeah.
which is a reorganization.
Yeah, but like
of their
still they
assets.
closed all locations here in New York.
Yeah.
So like I remember when I was in the locker rooms, I would see like old grandmas literally like after the shower, don't give a shit about anything, just like hunched over, like with their leg up on like the thingy with the fan and just like shh.
No way.
Yeah, can you believe that? And I was
Yo.
like, bro, I'm gonna use them for my hair.
That's-
bro, what the fuck?
That
Yeah.
And they're like just like that, and I was like, how are they not embarrassed? Their whole like thing is out, like their ass is out, and when you see it from the back, all you see is just the bush.
That's how you know they have that WAP. Why else would they be drying if they don't got that WAP, right?
Bro, it's that hair. I think they can't put on
Wet
the
ass
undies before
pussy.
that,
That's so bad.
Yeah, and that's
No shame.
bro. 24-hour fitness was wild. That was the only gym I see it in.
I don't go to gyms, so I can't I can't relate. But I went to Planet Fitness once, and there was a dude shaving his whole body. He had a Speedo on, but he was
His
shaving his whole
whole
body
body?
in the
Why?
Just, I don't know.
That's the perfect place
Planet
to shave your
Fitness.
body.
Is that where you do it?
That's amazing.
Use those like disposable razors they have.
He looked. He did not
Ooh,
look.
imagine
okay.
getting a cut everywhere because of that. Oh, that would suck.
Getting cut all over with that.
Because you're using a disposable razor, not that high quality. You know?
I feel like even the super high quality ones get clogged up, like the multi blade.
Yeah.
I feel like the single blade is like the best, but I'm so lazy and I have sensitive skin. I just use a trimmer all the time.
My grandpa just used a razor. He would
Yeah,
have
like
this
the
like
one blade.
razor and like just
Yeah, the one blade. Yeah, those they're making a comeback.
Like a fucking knife? What do you mean a razor? Like
just like this
a pencil sharpener
just
razor?
like just like that
You've never
razor.
been to a barber shop where they
That's-
like.
no,
No.
I've not.
you know
He
how
ain't in
it looks
prison,
like,
bro.
right? You know how it looks like, it's like this.
He ate the
right?
Smith with the pencil.
It's just literally like a flat blade. It's like a
Maybe-
square blade.
Maybe they do that at the brother barbershops.
The bro.
I've never got in a lineup like that. Yeah.
Maybe it's because you don't.
I shaved yesterday. I shaved yesterday.
Talking about a lineup.
Like this one.
He got as many strands on his
Yeah,
face
that's
as his grandpa do on his nuts.
yeah, just straight. Yeah, a little square. Just
That was
Dude,
the
that's a
best.
fucking pencil sharpener razor.
No, it's not. How can you
That's just
pencil
that's just
sharpen this?
Is
that's
that
a
not-
regular- That's just a razor.
You know what I'm
blade.
talking about? The little plastic ones, and then you got the pencil
No.
sharpener in there.
That's not how it looks like. But yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah, it's the one that's like
Yeah.
a rectangle and it's just
Yeah,
one
yeah,
blade.
you know.
It looks like a razor blade.
I've never seen those. I used a knife before
To,
That-
to
to
shave?
sharpen my pencils.
What?
Yeah.
They let you. It's like, oh,
Oh,
teacher,
not in school.
teacher, I have to sharpen my knife, and they just throw you a fucking knife, and you're just like chiseling it down. You're a psychopath.
No. In school here,
Yeah.
basically you don't need those pencils.
Yeah,
You
they
have
give you
those
a
like
knife.
no, you have those like
The push
You
pencils.
know the push
The lead,
pencils?
yeah. you
Oh,
fill them with
mechanical.
the-
so you don't need the
Mechanical,
regular
that's it.
pencils here,
Ah.
Or you use a pen like a normal person.
right?
Bro, you know those kids.
I don't make mistakes.
Speaking of those,
Except when I do, so I have an erasable pen.
speaking of school, you guys ever meet a kid that would like eat glue or like do some crazy shit
No.
like that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like that. That's crazy.
We
Like,
were
I wonder-
sniffing glue.
What?
I used to
Elaborate.
sniff my ballpoint pens.
Your what?
My ballpoint pens.
How?
Would it
When
get you
like
lightheaded?
write? Nah, it just smelled hella good.
No, it was
When
the,
you're like
the expo
writing
markers.
on your paper and
Oh,
you like.
yeah. I know. And
know,
they had
so-
some flavored ones too. They had some
What?
pens.
Wait,
Flavors?
what?
Yeah.
As in,
So
like, you taste it?
you smell it. So like red color pen
Flavor.
would smell like cherry. We had those pens.
I think you're just making
In
that connection in
Uzbekistan?
your head.
Yeah, in Uzbekistan. And then you would smell the paper. And you're like,
It kind of reminds me of those expo markers where you
Interesting.
take a sniff.
yeah.
Nice big old whiff.
Yo, let me hit that.
Yeah, but we would have like a can of glue, just regular industrial glue. We would open it, and then we'd be like,
A can
we
of
would
glue?
pass it around.
Yo, when I
With
got
like
to,
a fucking paintbrush? How do you apply it?
Glue.
You said a can of glue.
Yeah, you take
you
a
open
can
it up
of
and
glue.
you sniff it,
Yeah.
you huff it.
But how do you apply it?
You don't
you
apply
you
it.
just huff it. The fumes
Just-
get you high.
They
meant for getting high.
They never thought that far, bro. Come on.
Yeah, right.
The guy
After we
making
sniff
it.
that glue, we don't know what
He
to
just
do.
close it back up and
Yeah,
leave.
we're like, until next time, baby.
Yeah.
The teacher's like, can you guys glue your paper? And you just open it. You're like,
And it's just like, all right, quiet time now.
Your teacher would pass it around for quiet time.
Oh yeah.
dude, what happened at nap time? I wish they had that at work.
They had that here too.
Yo, fact.
Bro, nap
If
time at work.
only if they had.
Oh, I mean,
nap
when you
time
work
at
from home.
You guys had nap time here?
No,
You've never had nap time?
We had nap time.
Was it?
of
Were you
course.
hunting on your fucking
No,
nap time?
no. Bro, I hated
I
nap
don't know
time.
if I had nap time. Honestly, now I'm thinking back. I don't think I did. Maybe in preschool.
Yeah.
But not like kindergarten and up. I don't think.
Isn't kindergarten the same thing as preschool?
No, preschool is like when you're like 2 and 3, and kindergarten's like end of 4, early 5.
We had nap time until I hit elementary school, which was when I turned 7. So nap time every day.
I
Till
hit
7.
kindergarten at 4, I think.
Damn. They have it out here.
I can't imagine a little kid named Robert. Like, it's a grown ass man's name. It's like little Bob.
Hey, yo,
Little
Bob.
Margaret.
Robert.
Little Margaret, you know, like fucking.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine like like I don't know, being named Gertrude?
What the fuck?
Do be a
Like
great.
all the old names are making a comeback for like this generation. I feel like they're
Yeah.
naming them after their grandparents. You know, like all the new
Yeah.
parents are naming it after their grandparents. So we're getting all like an inflow of all the like old school names coming back. Like I noticed in my family too. Like I won't drop names, but like a lot have been coming back.
Do you know what's a good name if you take away the definition?
What?
Diarrhea.
What?
I'm joking.
The fuck?
I saw that meme and I was like, that's
That's
pretty
so
funny.
bad. That's so bad.
Bro,
Yeah.
you're not naming no kids.
I was going through one of the reports at work, and this dude's last name was Rape, and I was just like, "Oh, that must be so tough." When someone's like, "Oh, what's
Wait,
your name again?"
really?
Yeah,
Rape?
that's his last.
You
That's
spelled it out for a
R.I.P.
reason.
Bro,
That's his-
I was like rip, like
It's
R.I.P.
like, no,
and then
no,
I was
no.
like, what?
No, it was
Dude, that dude drew the worst straw.
That's crazy.
You like when your dog finally realizes TREAT is like treat. So it's just like,
Tree?
My dog figured out what we used to say, SQ outside, and he put together it was a squirrel.
Oh.
So then we jumped and we're like, "Oh, bushy tail outside," and eventually he caught on
He
to
did.
that too.
He's a
He was
smart
just
dog,
such a
smart
Wow,
dog.
that's nice.
Yeah, he
Dude.
would sprint and hit the fence, and he wasn't like the brightest all the time, but like
Yeah,
had his
He was
moments.
good with words.
Good
It'd be
words.
so troll if that parents that had the last name Rape named their kid like Mia or like Maya. That would be crazy. 'Cause I've seen some whack. I've seen like there's a guy.
I don't get it. Mia rape?
Never mind.
Mia rape.
Anyway, so there's a couple people with like weird names. Like if you have a name Peterson, like your
How
your
about
first name
William?
should be Peter.
William. Will rape.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, like if I was a parent, like you could just fuck with your kid's life. Just
Nah, that's crazy.
just imagine being a teacher and you're reading it off attendance. that was crazy.
Or like Richard Dick Rape. That was bad. I'm sorry.
There's actually he's so slow.
Because I'm like, Richard? What the fuck? And then I was like, oh, dick.
Yeah, you know. There's one of them in the office somewhere.
There's a
where I
guy.
work.
There's a guy named not guy. There's a girl named Jennifer, both a Y. Jennifer,
Oh.
but I think
Oh,
she's
she's Hispanic,
I think she's
right?
Spanish.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
because
what
they
I
pronounce
thought.
their Y's like J's.
Jennifer.
It reminds me of Bobby
That
Lee.
sounded like a J, all right.
Jennifer.
You're just like a Spanish monk calling her name. Jennifer.
What do you think is like the craziest name that you could possibly name your kid without
Elon.
no without like
Hitler.
no, can I finish? No, like the weirdest name without like you telling someone, "Oh, I named my kid this," and they look at you like you're literally like, missing brain cells or something.
Yeah,
Speaking.
I think.
Maybe like they were naming kids coronavirus, like
Oh
Rona,
yeah, that was a big thing.
COVID.
Yeah, but
So-
if you
Or
tell
they
someone,
name
"Oh, I
it
named my kid
Lysol?
COVID," they're gonna
Somebody
look at
named
you
their
like
baby
you fucking...
Lysol.
Dude, that kid's fucked.
Fucking Lysol? Like what the hell? So
Like there's people that do unique. Like there's 50 different ways to spell unique.
Yo, you
Oh.
saw that? There was like
You
a
wanna see?
video of this dude in a store in some gas station in this like you know what? Let me axe that story. Never mind. Scratch that.
But it kind of sucks that like when you said Hitler, I was thinking about how that
How
name
your
that
people
name
were oppressed and
no that name could never be used again. Like
Yeah,
isn't
never.
that crazy?
Yo,
Just
you
neither
X
know-
out
can
of,
his
like-
fashion sense.
you know
bro,
what's
never.
interesting?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I follow this volunteer page and she's basically a volunteer in Russia, right? And she like saves a bunch of cats and whatever.
Well, that's
and
cute.
She has this cat that has this stash and she named him Hitler.
Nah, bro.
And she goes to him, she's like, "Oh my little Hitler."
In Russia?
Oh my little Hitler. Yeah, she like baby talks to him. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, "Here you go, Hitler." But in Russian it's like Gitler. She's like, "Gitler, Gitler." Wait,
Yeah, but it's
Gitler."
kind of fucked that you do something like that and your name is just you cannot use it ever.
Yeah.
Like cuz
Or like someone with the last name Epstein. I feel like they've been
Yeah.
getting all
Yeah.
kinds of
Dude,
heat
I
lately.
see- I
bro.
see those
They're
people
like,
all the
I know
time.
some of them,
I've seen
bro.
so many Epsteins. Like
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
name?
It's a popular name.
It's a Jewish last name.
yeah,
Yeah,
Goldstein,
and-
Epstein.
And actually, I don't think they're phased at all about the Jeffrey Epstein thing.
I think
It's
they're like
been- it's been-
popularity.
They've been indoctrinated, so
I think they were when they first released the Netflix thing. I think that's when everyone was like, it was fresh in their minds.
I
and they're
never
like,
seen
wait, your
that.
last name's Epstein?
I just saw from the
Oh,
the
dude,
cases.
it's worth the watch. It's
Bro,
worth the
that
watch.
shit's crazy. Like, there's stories where like a judge that was trying to go after someone that was related to him. They killed that person's like daughter or son. I forgot what the story was. There's another story that was someone's going to go on trial, and that person just like killed themselves. They had 2 shots to the head, and they were hanging. How do you do that? How do you kill yourself?
You like hang yourself like before that, just to make sure, you know.
It's like, oh, I didn't do it correctly. Let me like, and then they write it off as like suicide. It's crazy. So
Crazy.
I don't know. That's
What do you
just
think,
weird.
Ed?
What did you say?
You said something about Epstein that you were
Epstein?
yeah.
Yeah, you said you don't think they're really phased by it. And...
He's like,
Nah,
they're
not
one
at
of my
all.
clients. I can't talk.
Yeah, because, well, I have a coworker with that last name.
Oh shit.
And so the first time I met him, I was like,
Don't
"Ah,
link his first name.
hey, how's it going, Epstein? The man of
How's
controversial
the
surnames.
island? How's the island? You know.
yeah. And he's like, what?
What?
He didn't even know what I was talking about.
Damn.
Oh,
And he was
out of
like,
touch.
Really?
saying the same thing. Yeah, he was like, oh, I'm Jewish. Everyone's named Epstein out here. Like,
Maybe he's
Yeah.
so disconnected from it, like from the media.
nah, he does.
I feel like if you're around a lot of other Epsteins, it's like not a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in Brooklyn or
But you
like...
know, like that's crazy to me. Like that, a lot of like Jewish last names kind of like follow the same structure. You know, like Goldstein, Epstein.
No,
and
I
whatever.
think that's normal. It's kind of like with Asian.
No,
last
like
names.
because Russian
Chan,
last
Chang,
name-
Chang.
But that's different because there was a dynasty. There was a dynasty where one king would like take over and he would be like
the Jews love to
Chang,
fuck.
Chang.
That's what it comes down to. The Jews love to fuck.
Because Russian last names are also different.
Dude, the Hasidics, they have an army. It's like 10 kids, bro. Like, it's crazy. I can
They're-
say that because,
Yeah, hold up though, before anyone cancels me real quick.
You know,
Yeah,
in
yes, sir.
Uzbekistan, actually, after like there was a law before if you cannot support your family, and you keep having kids, they're gonna tie your tube after you give birth.
Wait, where? Where
In
did they do this?
Uzbekistan.
Uh-huh.
So for example, like let's say you are a family that lives like in a village, right? And you don't really make enough money to support like a family of 7, right? But you
Yeah.
already have 3 kids and this is your 4th. After you're gonna deliver that baby, they're gonna tie your tubes.
I think in the village, because you said in the village, right?
Mhm.
I think it makes sense.
No,
'cause
that's
if you're
different
if you're
type of
running
village.
if you're running a farm, then you're fucking producing labor.
No, that's not
Like,
true.
that
like
shit will
there's
yield
different
itself.
types of village. So like the village I'm referencing is village that's city type. They still have the city infrastructure. They have buildings. They have water that's running in most places, especially municipal buildings. But most people kind of have their like little farms. So you really cannot survive off of like
Like-
one cow.
Like my mom's family lucked out. No, they didn't luck out. It's the opposite. They actually got fucked. So my grandpa, the guy that's 106, he had 8 kids. One of them died at birth, so there's 7 of them. And in China, yeah, that was a nice. I just wanted to throw that in. So in China, they lived on. I can't hear you breathing, bro.
Like, he doesn't say anything, just laughs when he's like, yeah, you know, my grandpa's kid died.
So this dude, he was living in China on a farm, and basically he was having a bunch of kids to for labor. So the first kid
Sure, for labor.
for their first kid was a boy, and that's good because they're stronger. They carry the last name of the family, and that's usually why they want it. Then the 6 others after that were all girls. So it's kind of like fuck.
Wait, was that before the one child thing?
Yeah, that was before.
Okay.
And also I think maybe
I'm sure when you're like in rural China where
It's
they don't
off-grid.
know who
Yeah.
the hell you are, and
But-
besides, wasn't it in Hong Kong?
yeah,
they have a
it-
little different.
I think, yeah, it
policy
was
because
in
it was
Hong
a
Kong.
British colony. So
And then also, this dude was, I mean, it worked because he sold the farm, and the oldest son, he was going to buy one of the Manhattan buildings, like a whole fucking skyscraper, but he ended up not going through with it because there were some infrastructure issues with the piping. And so then he just bought a bunch of real estate in Brooklyn, and also maybe some condos in Manhattan. But they were doing pretty well. And I think when you're in a rural area, you want to have more kids just so you have that labor in like 2 to 3 years. You have it's like a little like, it's a good
you have
thing.
to
You're
you have
building your
to
own.
Good
draw the
infrastructure.
perfect graph where you meet the equilibrium. Because if you have too many hands, you still have to feed
That's why
them.
you grow the farm.
So you have to, but you can't grow the farm just like this. It takes time. You know?
That's but you have to, the kid has to grow up. So in that,
So you want a
so you have
1-year-old
that
baby
time.
there, like
No, what I'm saying is you're growing the farm while nurturing the kid.
Mm.
Yeah.
The real little ones are probably like
But-
tie up bundles of stuff and like.
But in the city, it doesn't make sense to have a lot of kids.
Have you have you guys
Just
seen
finding
those?
random shit for your kid to do? Like you gotta
sort all these
like you got an
vegetables.
intern at work or some shit. Like yo, go sort the copy paper. Go,
They're all white.
yeah, exactly. Like, go pick up the grass over
Do you
there.
have to sort the copier paper?
No. No, but
Seems
that's,
like the-
that's some shit.
Is that something you tell your team,
I
your
would tell
interns?
tell an intern to go do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, they
yo.
must hate you.
No, but it's like obviously it's a joke, yo. But if you want to go do it, it's like you bored, yeah. Like you know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
basically
Give me
a way to be
100
like,
pieces of paper.
like yo, I'll.
And then shuffle it and then put it back.
Yeah, get 100 pieces of paper and put them in alphabetical order.
That's funny. But have you guys seen like these families that have babies now and they put them on a leash?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Have you seen that? Like,
Yeah, the
what
baby
fuck?
leash. They're walking around because like sometimes
With the
kids-
backpack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
All over 8th Ave.
That's
I
crazy.
feel
Like
like
Chinese mom. Yeah, they love
The
that
baby
shit.
is just like a dog, it's just like and they're like pulling it, like
Get
don't
back,
sniff it,
get
don't
back.
sniff it.
Yeah,
I won't lie, that'll probably be me.
they love that
Really?
shit.
That's crazy.
I want to see one of those kids grow up and how do they turn out.
Nah, the reason they do it is because like technically when the baby's starting to walk, you have to like walk with them, and it kind of hurts your back, because you're always bending over. So they don't want to do it, so they have that little leash.
They just hold
So-
them up by their backpack.
Yeah. So if they fall, they can catch with the leash. But I think
So
it
you're
looks
saying
stupid.
So you're saying that you would have a leash?
I
kid.
wouldn't have a leash. I think it looks dumb.
I
I
would
think
have
by the
one.
time when I'm gonna have kids, they're gonna have something better than a leash.
I don't know. I think you're
I
overestimating
hope so. Please,
technology.
God, please. I don't want to bend my back.
They're gonna put a fucking chip in that kid's head.
It's like I'm gonna remote control, with the Xbox
You're
remote.
like you're like a negative.
They did it with the Titan, so
Yo, facts. They did.
They're gonna have like a negative feedback thing. They're like, oh, you're eating off the floor. Bzz. How long do you think we have chips in our heads?
What?
How long do you
20
think it'll
years.
be until we have chips in our heads?
I mean,
20
like
years.
they're already making them, so
Yeah, but I don't think they'll be like widespread until like 20 years from
Yeah.
now.
10 years.
You gotta
I
make sure
think.
that shit fucking works.
I think a decade.
And I feel like there's
Imagine
a lot
getting
of
hacked.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of like issues you got to worry about with like hackers and stuff.
Yeah.
Whose brain would you want to hack into in this room?
In this room?
Ed's.
I don't know.
He's quiet. He's thinking up a storm over there. He's about to come out with some heat.
I feel like Ed. I feel like Ed would have some deep, dark thoughts.
Imagine all
And he
he's
just
thinking
keeps
right now
himself-
is just like, rice.
Why they keep
Like rice.
Yeah.
I want some rice.
The base of my foot is a little rough right now.
He's thinking, I need some lotion.
I need some-
Man, I wish that lotion was next to me.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not jack off cream.
Jack-
Hey, you never know. You
Just
never
in every
know.
room,
Yeah.
there's just lotion.
That one's a
Just-
tried and true. It's different. That's
So
why
what-
I trusted on my prized jewel.
What's your favorite brand of lotion?
For what?
Moisturizing.
I don't use any. I don't get dry skin.
Damn, sorry, you're cool, Andrew. I like
He just-
my Aveeno.
All right, never mind.
Aveeno.
You like Aveeno? Yeah, it's pretty good. Baby Aveeno.
Oh, I don't go for the baby one.
You should go for the baby one.
I just get the plain original,
He ain't no
The
baby.
OG.
The baby one is good because it's super safe. Like it has nothing that will trigger your skin. So like I sometimes get seasonal eczema, especially if I sweat and whatever. So that one works perfect because it has like no scent and it's safe for baby use. So if it's safe for babies, it's gonna be safe for me.
See, that's
I don't know if that logic
sounds
follows
like
through.
I-
That's what I did with my spirulina.
What's a spirulina?
It's a form of, I think it's like, not moss. What's the moss that's in water?
The what?
Water moss?
Seaweed?
You know what I'm saying? No. It's like it grows on like the surface and like it makes lakes.
Moss?
Oh.
Algae.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spirulina is algae. And so it has a bunch of like phytonutrients and like
You eat
protein.
that?
Like yeah. I put it in like smoothies
Oh, I
and
thought you
stuff.
said it was growing on your skin.
Nah.
That's what I thought you were getting at. I was
Yeah,
like,
imagine.
No, what the fuck?
He doesn't
Yeah.
sweat. There's not enough water.
Have some sewage problem. Wait, how do you know about that?
Because you talk about it.
Oh,
You don't, you don't
shit.
sweat on the
You did, like,
toilet,
4
bro.
times
Yeah,
throughout.
You don't
yeah.
sweat on the toilet. That's
Every
crazy.
podcast you mention how you don't sweat. So
I
we're
don't
like,
sweat.
Maybe not every, but at least like 4.
no, I'm pretty sure if we go back all of the podcasts we've made so far, at
Yeah.
least once he's mentioned that he doesn't sweat.
At least
in a
2
different
episodes,
format.
we talked about him not
Sweating
on
while
the toilet.
shitting, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing. That's a god-given
That's something
gift.
I would take away from him if I had the ability to take just one thing from
The
everyone.
poop sweats.
Yeah.
You
Oh.
would take it away.
You'd be like, oh,
Take away his
he's living it
superpower.
too good. He's having
Good
such a good
life.
life. Fuck him.
I'll swap it, and next time he's gonna be constipated. He's like, oh, why isn't it coming out? And he's
Dude,
gonna
you've,
start
you've
sweating.
never been constipated either?
Maybe like not often enough for me to
Because he eats
remember, dog.
algae, man. That's why.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good for you, right?
Where do you
Yeah.
even source your algae?
On Amazon, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it's
On
good for you.
Amazon, bro.
It's not
yo,
that
they have-
puddle
they have-
in the road.
Yeah.
I saw,
Goes,
I saw
goes
something
scouting
growing
in the
there.
ocean, picks it up, just like, ah. That's funny.
Yeah, they have so many bags on Amazon, and it's hard to know like which one's like good for you, right?
This is such a niche problem.
So when you said it's good for babies, it's good for me, right? It's kind of like a similar logic I had with the algae, except the review that I read that locked in my choice for me was that the dude said it was good for my shrimp. They started thriving when I I was like,
Oh,
I'm like, yo,
shit.
that's living
He's like,
proof,
that's the
right?
best one,
That's
yeah.
living
The
proof.
sea cockroach likes it. I will like
What if
Exactly.
it's
it too.
placebo?
Huh?
What if any algae they would have liked?
They probably would have, but this dude tested this one on his
Yeah.
shrimp, yo.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
you know, so he-
What was it good for? What
Maybe
I
it's meant for
forgot the
shrimps.
benefits.
Huh?
What was the benefit of eating that?
Spirulina? Well, I think like just
Bro, it
like
sounds like some disease. I'm sorry when you said it. I was like, what, that's what I
got-
I used for my spirulina.
Spirulina.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? This is
I got really bad spirulina, man. My God.
yeah. What were you saying? My bad. I'm gonna cut you off.
What is spirulina good for?
Yeah. Because I Googled it one time, but then I was like, I don't need that.
Yeah, I honestly I don't know, dude. I'm like vegetables are good for me. That shit's green. It got protein. You know.
But why did you jump from bok choy to fucking algae?
Well, yo, bok choy is kind of a bitch to clean. If you
True.
don't get it from like H Mart, there's like hella like gnats and shit in it. Me and my girlfriend were trying to make bok choy, and we realized like we would wash it like half a dozen times with hot
And
water,
it
bro.
still has
And
that.
every time you like take it out and like you see the water at the bottom, there's just like a bunch of
Critters?
little
Like,
like critters.
they're
No,
live?
they're actually
Ew.
yes, bro. And some of them actually like crawl around in the water.
Ew, what the
It's
fuck?
nasty as hell.
And you put that in
Bro,
your
that's extra
car?
protein.
Yes,
What do you mean?
dude? And yo,
Dude,
alright,
we should
that's
eat
true,
those.
that's
We
true.
should eat those on the podcast.
You know, I have eaten them
Ew.
because
on accident,
because
right?
yes, because there was a point where
Just
I
boil that
didn't
shit.
realize. Well, of course I boiled it. That's
Yeah.
how I cook it. But like,
That's
still-
how it was cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't you boil it clean? Is that a stupid thing to say?
No, well, I would use hot water to boil it.
Yeah.
Well, I do boil it to like soften it up.
Mhm.
That also cleans it, and the bugs in it should be fine. But like, come on.
Yeah.
You really gonna eat
So
that
you've
shit?
you've eaten one and then you were like,
I've
you
eat,
spit it-
I know I've eaten many, and I didn't know.
Damn.
Yeah, because
damn, you had to be grossed out.
That's why
well,
he switched
after
to the
I
algae.
figured out after
Yeah.
then, I was like, alright, chill.
Algae, man,
Like,
is better.
your poop
Yeah.
just had like a little bug.
Yeah.
its legs sticking out of the shit.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, so then I started getting spirulina, Napa cabbage. I call it the inferior vegetable.
Okay.
Why?
And you know why? Because when you go to get the Napa cabbage, which is right next to the bok choy,
Mhm.
You
all the
always
bugs,
pick the bok
all the
choy.
bugs are in the bok choy and not the Napa
Ah.
cabbage. So obviously there's something in the bok choy that the bugs want that isn't in the Napa
But
cabbage.
maybe similar to shrimp.
You know what I'm saying?
But maybe
you know what I'm
I
saying?
see
Like,
the logic.
Yeah.
you know,
I
it's
see
like
that.
nature knows, right? Nature would go and get the
But
one.
what I'm saying is maybe it's similar to the shrimp, where it's like the
What?
shrimp like the algae,
Yeah.
and those bugs like the bok
Yeah.
choy. So maybe
There are different types
Maybe
of
you
bugs
should
that are
be-
attracted to different type of vegetable.
true.
Yeah, but
So you gotta start checking your Napa cabbage
Inferior
too.
cabbage.
that's what I'm saying. The inferior
Yeah,
cabbage.
I
Yeah.
see that.
I mean, it has something on it in it that's good for you, but not enough for the other motherfuckers to try to get it.
But
You know what I'm
Napa
saying?
cabbage doesn't taste as good, you know? Like the regular round sweet cabbage, that one is so much better. Like I can just eat it raw.
Is it
I
sweet?
chop it up, yeah, and especially like
Yeah, a little bit.
the little like part, like the core of it.
Yeah.
I just like to cut it out and just eat
Like
it.
suck
It's
on it.
nice
You don't-
and
oh,
sweet.
you're not supposed to eat the core.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you can. Who
Well,
said you
you
can?
can, but
You guys don't eat the skin of the pineapple?
I mean, you can.
No, but that thing actually tastes good. It's really nice and sweet.
I don't think I'll try it, but I'm glad.
Bro,
to-
you ate cockroaches. What do you mean you're not gonna try it? What the
I mean,
fuck?
I ate
Yeah.
cockroaches.
You ate cockroaches.
I ate crickets. and
Crickets,
mealworms.
cockroaches, same thing.
No, it's not. Very
Yes, it
different.
is.
Yo,
Cockroach.
I can
makes me jump
guarantee
up
you
and
they did
scream.
not clean the shit out of the cockroach.
Yeah,
I
for
mean
real.
the cricket before they roasted it.
They
bro.
probably got all the
Probably
intestines.
not.
Yeah.
But you know
Yeah.
And you were complaining about the core of the cabbage?
what? Yeah, I was. Yeah, and I still am.
Doesn't make sense. This guy
Damn,
doesn't
bro.
make sense.
Yo, bugs are nasty.
Bugs are.
Just
nasty.
like
Bugs are nasty.
having that as like your main source of protein, like I feel bad.
I feel like I couldn't be in a tropical country because of
That's what I was
all
just
the
thinking.
bugs. Like Australia, dude. Oh, I don't know, bro. Those
With the
spiders.
tarantulas.
All
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crazy
Bro,
spiders.
they got some crazy shit there.
The centipedes, millipedes, bro. They got bugs galore. Like snakes. Like you'll flush your toilet and
Jacked.
a snake will come out, and you're like, oh.
Jacked kangaroos?
Jack Henry.
I feel like I could deal with those.
Bruh.
No, you
Well,
I feel
can't.
like they're
I
kinda
would just
cute.
avoid them, bro. But you can't avoid a bug
Nah,
walking in
you
They
your
run
can't
like
house.
avoid
40
it. They
miles an
run
hour.
so fast.
What are you saying?
Yeah, but they're usually like not on the main road. You know, it's not like I'm
No.
walking crossing the street about to get.
I think
decked
they
by-
do.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I think
I might
they
have to
do.
reevaluate.
You wouldn't see
yeah.
those interactions that we see on the internet if they weren't just randomly
I don't see that
spawning
many
there.
Yeah,
on
no
the
one goes
internet,
out of their
though.
way to poke a kangaroo.
Right?
Because
You
they
know
know
what
what'll
Yo,
happen.
did you ever see that video of the dude that punched a kangaroo
Yeah,
in the face?
I think it's fake.
Decked him.
That has to be fake.
Nah, it's real as fuck, bro.
And didn't the kangaroo get up and then like hop away?
Yeah, he just got mad shook.
Yeah, because he was like,
just-
no
He was
one's
like,
gonna.
what the fuck?
Well, he
just
like
said-
squared up too. The
Yeah,
kangaroo
yeah.
squared up and then.
Yeah. And he got bopped and he was like,
I'm pretty sure that was made by an editing company. That
No.
Oh,
No,
don't destroy
really?
it. Don't destroy the dream.
all right.
The
I don't
moment,
know.
the
I
good
remember
moment.
looking into it. That video.
why did you look into it?
You ever
He
see
wanted to
those,
see if he can do the same thing.
you ever see those Boston Dynamic videos?
With the robots?
There's a fake one. I think it's by Schroeder or some I forgot the name of the channel, but they make a bunch of shit. And I remember seeing a kangaroo video on their channel when seeing a Boston Dynamics robot video, which was also faked.
So a Boston Dynamics robot video
That
they were like testing on a
before
kangaroo.
that was like years ago before it actually there's an actual video of a Boston Dynamics a robot doing a parkour course. I've seen that and that's real.
No way. Is it like a human?
Yeah,
Or
like
is
a
it like a
humanoid.
dog?
Yeah, it looks real
No
weird.
And
way.
It looks
they,
real weird.
they take a stick and they fucking hit it while it's running.
No.
So to test its durability.
Uh-huh.
It's
like
so
some,
freaky.
Like some frat boy shit. You're just running around the blindfold on and everyone's like, join my frat.
You guys know
Hey,
what a rose is?
dudes, like,
You guys know what a rose is?
A
What?
rose?
the crack pipe.
No, a frat like a rose.
Oh no!
No, what is that?
They used
Frat.
to sell these crack pipes that were it had a rose in it, like a fake rose in it, and they would just call it the rose pipe, and that's how they sold the crack pipes legally.
That's crazy.
Wait,
Well,
what?
legally.
Allegedly.
Wait, what?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Back upstate when I was at school, I remember my buddy came home. He's like, "Yo, you want a rose?" And I was like, "I guess." And he just handed me a crack pipe, and I was like, I was like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this?" He's like,
Yo, Valentine's Day goes
Oh.
crazy.
Dude, that would be for the crackheads, bro. That's a fire gift, though. Come
Yeah.
on, tell me that.
Yeah, so a rose, that's when there's a girl, she gets called Rose.
Oh
And she-
no, I already know where this shit is.
And for the frat, she's every year they change
Oh,
it,
she's
they
a
change
virgin?
it out.
wait.
Every
No?
year they change out like the rose. And that person is like the girl for the frat. That's
Wait!
like that's like used.
She's the groupie.
yeah.
the head groupie.
Who would agree to that?
A
The-
slut.
someone who wants to be a groupie.
What do you
They
mean?
exist. They're around. They're 100% around.
Bro, I just think that's dirty, you know?
That's dirty as hell.
Bro,
Where does
that's
this exist?
That's
A lot of fraternities. I
Are you serious?
So
You've heard of this?
You've heard of a rose.
Yeah, mine didn't have one, but
The sound of
He's
disappointment.
like, I was a rose.
Oh,
I was
did.
not the rose. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you
for
were
that.
not?
I was not. Thank you.
You know how-
There exists. They're around.
Damn.
Usually, the girl looks exactly how you expect her to.
How do you
know?
expect her to look?
Slutty. Like,
Wait, so but like was she like ugly or like was she hot? Somewhere in
I
between.
think it's
like
in
mid-
between.
like
I think
mid.
hot girls.
Trashy?
she wasn't like gorgeous, but she but she
Yeah.
wasn't like
Bangable.
She's a pick me girl. She has to be a pick me girl.
I would agree with that.
Do
They're
you,
always trying to level up. So like,
Yo, that rose's head.
one of my
is-
buddies was in a different fraternity, and this girl was literally like hopping her way up e-board, like starting at the secretary, they go to like
damn.
pledge master, they go into like vice president, and
Dude,
then president.
but like sleeping with people.
yeah, just like sleeping her way up.
That's
and then
crazy.
she became top groupie, and then
Top groupie.
and then she was able to bring like X amount of people to parties. Like they gave
Dude,
like, an
that's such
extra
a low
privilege.
payout. That's a
Oh,
crazy low payout.
Well, I'm sure there's more that I
Yeah.
just didn't hear about because it's not my org, but like
It's
you know.
not your rose.
No, it wasn't my rose.
Did you wish you had
Yeah.
a rose?
Honestly,
No,
no.
yeah.
That's
I
kinda
feel like it's
nasty,
kinda
bro. I don't want to
grimy.
be.
I don't
Eskimo
wanna be a
bros
part
with
of
all my
that either,
bros,
bro.
Yeah,
like-
bro, that's a little nasty.
Bro, like
That's how
I
us
can't
tease.
imagine the type of a girl that would agree to that. That's just.
I think you're born into it, you know.
No.
You don't agree
You're
to,
born
You don't
into
agree to it.
You're
It just
born
happens.
into it.
It just
Like it-
fucking happens.
Like it's an Indian caste system.
Like 18 years
You're
from
born
now.
and assigned
What
the
the fuck?
rose. the
Damn.
chosen one.
You know, I think what happens is you start with one guy and then you get a little drunk and then the second guy happens and then you're
How
just
do you
a
even
rose
become
one.
one? Do you be like, I heard there's a new
I
vacancy?
think that's how it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, right.
Yo, like it just happens
Yeah,
naturally.
that you're born. That's what I mean. You just like you're fucking one guy and then you get drunk and then the the other boyfriend tries some shit on you. It works, and then the third guy's like, "Yo, it's that easy," and then it just happens like that. I think that's what happens. And then it's just like, you fucked her too? It's like, yeah, I fucked her. Did you fuck her? It's like, yeah, I did too. And it's just like a whole like group of 30 people that are like,
Damn.
And then they have like an intervention one day, and they're like, "Yo, we all want a piece again, and we're cool with you, dude."
he's like, I saw this one video where it was
You know what I'm saying? Like they stop you at one day. It's like, it would be cool if we could all get in on the action.
That's
like a
crazy.
And then-
train.
Like-
Did you break
Yeah.
the news at your frat? Were you that guy? That would be like, yo, like
I was never in a frat.
You were
we
never
were
in a frat.
closely affiliated, no?
Was I?
Yeah.
With what?
That's what I thought.
There was an Asian
No,
fraternity
no, no,
around.
no.
One of the
Yeah.
culturals.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have to join a Asian frat, but you can join a frat.
No, I was not in a frat.
No?
I was not in a
Nah,
frat.
but like
yeah.
one of my buddies from high school, he was like, "I'm never joining a frat. I'm never joining a frat." And
It's
then
always
he
that
started
guy.
hanging out with some friends he met playing basketball, and they were in this Asian frat, and he ended up joining. And
He had a crack, and then
he
he-
was like, "I will never do it. I will never do it." And he was the first one. He joined like second semester freshman year.
Do you guys think that body counts matter for both a guy and
yeah,
girl?
they matter.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah.
What
Most definitely.
did you laugh?
Yeah, most definitely.
I don't think it matters.
No.
I'm just
why
kidding.
not?
Oh, that's crazy. That's the most controversial thing you've said all day.
Me? Wow.
Yeah, but definitely, I think it matters. Especially, I think for a girl, it matters more than a guy.
I think for both it matters a lot.
like if we were to weigh it, you would
Nah,
say
it's
equally.
the same. Yeah.
I saw some podcast and they had like the logic being like a girl could just go and get dick whenever she wants.
Yeah, yeah.
But like the dude has to work for it.
No, that's not
But I
true.
don't think that makes it better with the dude having a higher
That-
body count. I feel like that still makes
the
him.
guy doesn't
think-
need to work hard for it.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't. You go to any
Where
club.
are these horny girls
Yeah.
at? Like, what are you saying, bro? I think
Uh,
you've never been a guy, so you don't understand. You
How-
gotta buy them
How,
shit.
how
You
many
gotta-
guys per week try to slide into your DMs?
Quite like not so many, honestly.
How many every month?
I don't really have
Handful.
guy
He's
friends.
trying to say.
When I used to have a gym
How
account,
many-
when I used to have a gym account, okay, that was different.
Okay.
But like now, it's nothing. Cause my name.
But what is nothing? Like,
All right, we gotta change that
yeah,
ASAP.
cut that. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but yeah,
what is nothing?
like I
Dude,
don't know, one
what
to
he's
two.
trying to make.
1 to
your
2
point.
per month.
He's saying
Per month. One
That's
to
nothing,
two.
bro.
I'll maybe get one in a year, maybe.
But
and it's
also-
probably
he's
about a
saying
One
count.
to two, maybe every 3 to 4 years.
No, but
And it's
Bruh,
usually a
dude,
bot trying
that
to sell you
might try
something.
to slide
and
into
if you put your ass on the internet, that
Yeah.
number goes up a
yeah,
lot.
that's true because
Yeah.
you know what? Everybody wants to smash. But if as a guy, you can definitely find like
No, you
some.
can't.
Yes. Okay, let me finish.
Wait, but
As a guy,
okay, uh-huh.
let's say you find someone that you like and you just start having decent conversations with this person without like trying to be anything extra, just having decent conversations eventually will flow into something. And now imagine that times like 30 people you're talking to, definitely at least one or two
All right,
will let you
I just
smash.
gotta stop you there. That Japanese guy on your video game, you guys
Yeah.
had deep conversation. Did anything happen?
I didn't go to
So
Japan.
you're that fucking person
I didn't
that
go to Japan.
that leads him on for months, and then all of a sudden
Let him on for a year.
And the guy is just like,
He's like,
he's fucked in
oh.
the end.
He's like,
oh well.
That is tough.
he's fucking in Japan. He's like, yeah,
He's like, ooh.
I'm gonna get some internet pussy, and then you're like, I'm not going to Japan anymore. Yeah, but what was the point you were trying to make? I know the point you're
Well,
trying to make, but you
It's
gotta.
just a thing of numbers, right?
yeah.
yeah.
So like the fact that 2 people are willing to walk to your doorstep for you there's more often an opportunity that comes to you than the other way around.
Mm,
When he says
not
you,
now-
he means as a female.
Not nowadays, because I know a lot of girls that would hit on guys.
You're bugging, bro.
I'm not bugging.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you know a lot of girls that hit on guys, but in general, when you consider the entire population, who is more likely to take the first step?
Yeah, guys, obviously.
All right, so then it's easier for girls to get guys than the other way around.
I never said it's not the case.
You should.
Yes,
you
you
were
did.
just
You
saying
were
that.
having this
You were
exact
just-
conversation.
All I said was that you can still do it.
I think.
you know,
I
Yes,
think.
of
With
course,
way
well,
more
of course
work.
anyone could go do
a
it.
little bit more.
That's why
work.
there's
You know,
kids in the
it would-
world.
it's
A lot
easy
more
for a
work.
goat to get human pussy than it is, because the goat could just go for it,
Yo,
What?
That is basically what you're saying.
What? No.
That you're
I
just
think
like
that
anything.
analogy is a leap.
You're just,
Yeah.
you're just like,
He's like,
Anything can get laid if it goes for it.
Oh.
Is what you're saying, basically.
Nah. I think that I'm not explaining it correctly, you know? Yeah.
You're not explaining
I
it
think
correctly.
there's a
That's why I'm
better-
saying what I'm
I
saying.
think there's a better way to
An
say it.
ugly dude has a harder chance
Yeah.
of getting pussy than an ugly girl than getting dick.
Because to be honest, a lot of guys would just fuck anything
That's
that's
what I'm
walking.
saying. That's the point. Exactly.
But
And they're
I'm not
only
talk-
at that point because they can't fuck anything else after they've tried.
It's like when you're mad hungry and you keep going to the fridge.
and then you finally eat that like 10-day-old shit.
Yeah, you saw that fucking cheese stick the first time you went there, right? But you only decided it was appropriate to eat the fifth time you went back, and nothing changed, right? So you're like,
It's still the same cheesesteak, yeah. So funny.
I'll settle on some mediocre pussy.
That's funny.
That shit got a UTI and a tampon stuck up there.
Oh, shit.
Bro, that girl's wild.
What was her name again?
I don't, yeah, Vanessa.
That was the.
That's the fake name. Yeah, damn, bro.
The fake-
That reel goes crazy. Oh man.
It's so bad, bro. That's so bad. So yeah, I think numbers. I think body count matters. Is
Yeah, that back to the yeah. I think definitely for a girl, because it's so easy for a girl, it matters more.
I feel like if
Yeah.
anyone that has really good amount of dignity will not take it more than, for me personally, I would say
What's your number?
my number, it would be insane and super outrageous for me if it's more than 5.
Yeah, I think it's for a guy. Like, you gotta have some fucking skill. I think for 5.
What?
No, you don't. Nah, I've seen some of
Well,
my
I mean, if
friends
you-
who
if you're-
don't still like that, but like.
I mean, if you're a fan of frat. Actually, I never
You
went.
just need, bro. You
Yeah.
need.
That just made me look like a fucking loser.
He's like, I'm
I
waiting till
mean,
marriage.
I was trying to make sense of the number. All right.
And he's like, I'm
Now,
waiting till
I
marriage.
have-
retract my statement.
I have
Not
less
a
than
loser,
5,
just
so,
sexually
like-
challenged. That's
I got less
Yeah.
than 5, so I think more than 5 is.
But
too
also, I
much,
think
yeah.
age matters. If
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
10 and you're 18, something's wrong with you.
I think you just had your hoe phase.
No, one of my
As a guy.
friends is
Still matters.
24. They have like 100 plus. I'm like, how did you
That's
do
a
that?
guy?
I think
Yeah, that's a guy.
Exactly.
As-
See,
as a
not
dude-
but when
that
you-
hard.
But
But
when
not
you're
a lot of
6'3",
guys.
Not that
shredded,
hard, not
and
that
you look
hard,
like
man.
a god. Like obviously, girls are gonna be crawling to him because of how he looks. Like he is like model status. But on the same hand, I know a lot of girls that are like 2-3 years younger, and
definitely
they have
know-
more than that. So it's like
you definitely know more girls. You definitely know more girls that have more bodies than guys that have more bodies, right?
I could think of a few. I could think of a few off the top of my head that I'm like, oh, easy over 100.
Damn.
Like they
I don't even
fucked
know
like
those
40
kind of
people
people.
I knew. Like, what about the people I didn't know? Like,
Yeah.
easy over 100. So yeah, I don't want over 100.
What if
obviously.
somebody lied to you about their body count when you started dating and then later you figure out it's much higher?
But then where was the trust? How can I trust if you couldn't be upfront and honest?
But let's say everything is perfect now. You're 3 years in. Everything is perfect.
I don't think it's that serious.
Well,
It depends.
I was thinking like right off the bat, like you think it's all good, you just get in the relationship.
Like in,
But
like,
if you're,
2 to 3 weeks?
multiple years in.
Uh-huh.
If you're multiple years, maybe that's different.
Maybe she like lied to you once and then you find out later on.
You're
Not
like
so bad.
you're walking down the street and then some guy's like, Diana? And then it happens like too many times. And it's like
Diana, what's up? How's it going? They're like, oh.
they hug you, they grab the ass.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's
like,
like, okay, what's going on here? How many dudes are you fucking? What's happening?
Yeah, that's when it's a problem. That's for sure.
When you walk on the same
When you
block
meet
and like
two-
20 people from the house know you.
You have too many Eskimo brothers that you're not
And-
looking for.
And then it's like fucking fuck. I forgot the joke I was gonna say. Rip.
I feel like if you have a lot, I feel like your standards now drop. But like if
What do
you
you
have
mean?
like if you have a lot of bodies, you're not gonna care as much about someone else having a decent amount of bodies. But if you have like no bodies and then you like
Yeah.
start talking to
Perspective.
someone, yeah, it's,
Perspective.
And I think the age does come into it. I think you're right.
The thing, like Diana would be like, after you see like the fifth guy, you should be like, oh, small world, right? That was the joke.
Oh, that's my other cousin.
It's like,
Oh, that's my cousin from Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Oh, that one's from Russia.
yeah.
Hi.
When they leave, you're like, oh yeah, that was my cousin. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they do that. We grew up doing this.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, the ass slapping is very common in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, that's how we say hi. That's how we say hi. You know.
what do you guys think about? So like every time like a super romantic movie comes out, like all the girls go wild and all the guys are like, I guess I'll watch it.
Bro, I
But
don't
like,
like.
I think that's because all the girls see it as, oh, someone's courting me. I get all this love, affection, flowers. I get to go out on these dates, and the guy is looking at it like, damn, I have to do all of this. So it's not enjoyable for him because
Shit. Yo, that makes so much sense.
right, like they
You-
just
you know-
intrinsically like look at it differently, like
Yeah.
You know, like I remember when I was in high school. So I used to love romance anime. I would just live by things like, Your Name or like Reach to
Toradora?
You. No, but like I like
What I
other
say.
ones, right? Or like Kami-sama Hajimemashite, like Nice to Meet You God. So, like-
you're a little deep down the rabbit hole, but carry on.
No, she
Yeah.
speaks Japanese.
So,
That's
like,
why.
I actually showed them. I was like, my ex at the time was an absolute douchebag when it came to like treating me well, right? So I was like, bro, here, watch this anime. That's all I need from you. Watch this. That motherfucker didn't watch one episode. Can you believe that? That's when I was like, red flag. Got
Yeah.
time to break up.
now it's
Yeah.
a red flag.
Bro,
guys.
your line of exes are crazy.
What?
That's all I'm gonna say.
What?
What?
Let's
Yeah,
hear the
we
lineup.
I just had one.
You go. Uh-huh.
Oh, was it the one?
Uh-huh.
Because did you tell that story
Which
about what
one?
happened to him?
Oh yeah, that's the same kid.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, do you remember? It was the first episode. Do you
We're
guys
gonna go
remember the
back to
story?
that story. It's like, oh hey, how's it going? You're the anime kid, right? Oh, you're that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but she never.
Oh,
Oh, you guys don't remember the story. I won't go into it then, because it was like, yeah, I don't want to
Yeah,
go
whatever.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you actually like romance movies?
No.
Yeah.
That was
They're
what we
so
were
cringe.
just talking about. Like,
They're like really cringe.
Really?
if it's like a very
Movies?
wholesome, like, nah, it's really kind of a no. There was this one, Me Before You, and that one was like, this guy was like, super rich, star athlete, was doing all this crazy shit, and someone, like, he gets hit by a car, and now he's like fully paralyzed. And like, yeah, it's wholesome that she's taking care of him, and they fall in love and stuff.
She's going after that inherent. That's what
I
that
mean,
shit
maybe
is.
Oh, shit.
that's the part they don't show in the
Yeah.
movie, but
A year after, you know how they showed in the credits, like what happened to the story? It's like a year after he dies, and then she.
she swooped in, stepped in as standing CEO.
That's crazy.
But no, I don't romance. I mean, some of them are good. Like a romantic comedy, as long as there's like another, like
Adam
like a
Sandler.
straight romance movie, like nah.
Bro, I can't watch movies.
Adam Sandler had a good one recently, actually.
50 Dates was pretty good.
Where's the one
That-
where they go to this Indian wedding? And
Oh,
that
Murder
one-
Party 2.
is it that one?
Yeah.
Oh,
that one
dude,
just
with
came out.
Jennifer Lawrence and yeah, Adam
Yeah,
Sandler. Yo,
yeah.
that was a pretty good one.
That was
a
good. That was a decent one.
But that,
That
had
was okay.
action. That had comedy.
It wasn't
That
that
had
funny.
Adam fucking Sandler. Like star lineup.
Dude, the way he dresses like a baller. Like he's so rich and he just goes out in like bum clothes.
I
and,
think
like-
that like
Like it's,
I do that now, and I'm not rich.
but low-key, I feel like when you are like, at his level, you should dress accordingly. Not saying you have to be wearing suit all the time, but I feel like you should be able to
he just doesn't give a fuck. That's what it
coordinate
comes down
nicely.
to.
He plays basketball with people in the city sometimes.
Yeah.
They'll literally just pull up to a court. And they're like, "Yo, is that Adam Sandler?" He's like, "Oh,
Is he
go
not
next."
afraid of getting shot?
Nah.
In Manhattan, maybe not. Maybe in the
What?
Bronx.
Why would someone want to shoot him though?
I don't know. Maybe somebody is a hater.
But honestly,
Maybe somebody's mental. It's New York
Yeah.
City.
It's New York. I saw a hobo masturbating on the train. I've seen them shitting on the train. Like, shit's wild.
You remember that
You
one
see a lot
dude
of
in between
dicks.
the cars? Like they came to the stop, the doors open. You just saw him drop his pants. It was like whoop. The train,
That
like
was
the
with
doors,
you?
yeah,
Yeah,
the
that's
doors
crazy,
closed.
bro.
He just pulled it up and kept it pushing. He
Wait,
kept walking into the
wait,
next-
what?
He walked in between the two subway cars, and he just like we pulled to a stop, and he just dropped his pants. You just saw him like,
And
You
this
were
is the
shitting?
two.
Through the window. Yeah, he just took a shit in the middle
You
of the
see
car.
his face expression and everything. And it's a 2 to 3 train, so the stops are like a minute apart.
Oh my god.
This dude, he either had to push it out real quick like you, or he had to take his time. So
Wait, so what happened?
He took a shit and
We pulled
between
up.
In between. What do you mean in
the
between?
carts.
When you're
You know how
walking
you
in
can
between
walk?
cars.
Yeah, so it wasn't in anybody's presence.
Well,
No, it was
everyone in the car probably saw him through the window, but like,
But also
he didn't
people
shit
on the
in the
stop.
car.
no, I didn't see
People
the car.
on
But what
the
if I
stop.
wanted to walk to the next car now? Now I gotta.
and then
like,
there's just shit. Like there's no way he thread the needle. Let's be honest. There's no way he thread the
through
needle.
the conductor, bro. Imagine the conductor, the
Oh, yeah,
person
when he has
cleaning
to-
it,
he's
and
like,
you're just
"Oh."
like, this fucking bro. I hate New York. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
crazy.
thought you were saying he was on the platform at the stop. The door was open. He came in, plopped the shit in the cart, and then did before the
Yo,
doors
that
closed
would be
again.
no, that would have been
That's
been
impressive,
cra- That would have
bro.
been real.
That's a
impressive.
baller play.
impressive, bro.
That would have been sick.
Yeah,
But
that
no, he
would've-
didn't do that. He
Nah,
just
he, to do that, you gotta ready up. Like it's pulling to the station, you gotta fucking get ready.
Yeah.
dude, no wiping or nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Just kept it pushing right into
But
the
I've
next
seen
car.
like a lot of people just like
I've seen
flop
people
his
shitting
shit
a
while
coffee
standing.
can on the side. Yeah. At the
What?
edge of the subway, they just
I've
have a
seen
coffee
like a lot of
can.
these CCTV cameras from like supermarkets, right?
Oh,
And they like they like walk by and it's like usually women and they like would have a skirt or something and they would just go like this to the skirt and you see a shit fall out. And they just continue walking.
You've never seen that?
No,
That's a
I've
meme.
never
I've
seen
seen those memes.
I've seen
That's
so many
real?
of them. Yeah. And I'm like, how?
Yo.
Like, you know when you're standing, your ass cheeks are together, so like when you take a shit, it's gonna smear all over your ass?
That's why she's wearing the skirt.
No, but still, man, it's so disgusting.
And then she goes back and sits in her car afterwards.
Wipes the skirt.
Yeah, that's
Ugh.
tough.
That's dirty. God
that's
damn, that is
disgusting.
We
dirty.
always end dirty on this, bro. We always
Yeah.
circle back to something nasty.
Yeah.
The nasties.
Yeah.
Yuck. Also, actually, I saw this episode. I forgot what it was. I think it was something on Cut or Jubilee, and they were talking about people that are in open relationship, like polyamorous people. What do you guys think of that? Like, you know, when
no,
you're
for
dating
me-
multiple people at the same time.
Dude, that's crazy. I think
I don't,
know.
think I'd want
I
that,
think it's
even if it only
commitment
goes
issues.
one way. Like, even if it's just me and I get as many as I want, like, I feel like I still wouldn't even be into that. I feel like
Yeah.
I would just
Right? It's like 10 times the money you have to spend.
And also I feel like you don't have that.
Yeah, that's a fact too.
I feel like I think you only have a certain amount of love. There's no way you're loving each person the same amount. So
Well,
I
you
think,
have your bottom bitch, and then you.
dude, their trains must go crazy.
Yo,
Trains.
Trains?
Trains.
Like,
yeah,
trains
where
on
you
each
like
other. Like
one-
poly,
usually
poly
one
shit.
like multiple guys with one girl, but like I guess in this case it would be.
I saw a Netflix show. I think it's like something about
How to build a sex room.
how to build a sex room, right? And then one of the episodes was like 7 people, and they
Oh my
all
God,
shared a
yeah,
bed.
I remember that.
And then the
episode.
person's like, "Can you rip open this whole basement and just make me a big ass sex room?" And one of the guys had a peeking fetish, so they make a peek hole. Another guy had like a
just
piss.
like one of these closets and there's just like a big hole.
And then another guy had a piss fetish.
So
So
they
they
need a
made
big
half
ass
the
shower.
room just a fucking shower, so they could all pee on each other. It's crazy. It's all
Yeah.
How much? How much are they paying for this shit, bro?
It's 7 people. I mean, you can't. It's
No, it's free. It's free because it's on a TV show.
Oh yeah, they monetize
They actually
it.
get money off of
Yeah.
going on TV. But like,
Because you gotta
imagine-
find some weird ass
Imagine
person.
your job
To be doing
knowing
that.
that. Imagine your job, like your boss knowing that you like to getting peed on.
Wait, did they get to like keep the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they keep the room and they don't get paid at all.
Or is it like Pimp
So it's
My
a-
Ride, where it's a bunch of shit? You know, where like they souped up the car, but like it would have all these crazy mechanical issues and it wouldn't run, but they'd soup it up and put like a spinner on it, and they'd be like, "Check out your new ride," and it like wouldn't
The
drive.
the episode just ends. No,
When
I,
it came out, the guy exhibit was like, yeah, he's going on all these interviews saying like, "Yeah, it wasn't me, man. Like I was just the face." Like,
I remember actually one of the episodes there, like I think it was the first episode, and it was like just a regular couple, or like you would think it's a regular couple, right? And then it goes into the fact that the person shows them a bunch of sex toys, right? And they're
And
like, "Oh,
she's-
we knew this." She's like, "Oh, the butt plug," you know, and the person she's playing with it, and she's like, "Yeah, we use it on him." And then she's like, ooh, okay. So then she pulls out another bag with like a bunch of other toys, and there's this other like stringy thing, just like a long, very thin thing.
Anal
And
beads?
guess
Anal beads.
no, very thin. Guess what it's used for?
Oh, the
You
electro?
put it in your penis.
Oh,
Ew.
nah.
Yeah.
Bro, and then the lady that's showing that's like going through it, she's crusty.
so creepy.
She's crusty as hell too.
Yeah, she's so creepy. She's like touching. She's like, yeah, that's gonna be yours soon. Ooh.
Ugh. Yeah.
Wait, is this the lady that's presenting the show? Or
Yeah.
is this the guest?
So she is the sex coach or whatever, and,
And
she's
she's
a
the-
designer
Yeah.
of the room. Basically, what the couples do, they go to a consultation. They tell them their needs. Sometimes it's like a grown couple, right, with kids, where they need more space because now, since they have kids, they don't have space, right? So now they do something very secretive where a kid wouldn't know that there's a sex room behind these like fake doors or whatever, right? It's pretty cool.
in their house with
Yeah, no, one of the episodes.
In the basement, yeah, they made like a fake door. Like
They
let's say
made-
this is your room. They just made it like closed.
They made a
out here.
bookcase that
Yeah.
like you hit a lever and it fucking opens.
Yeah.
and it opens.
And it's just like fucking ball gags and fucking
It's
butt
like, yeah,
plugs
My
on the
kid's
Alex
not reading
Cross.
if I have a bookcase, bro.
Yo.
So like in that show, it's actually pretty interesting.
So they
like,
plan on doing these things while their kids are home.
no, their kids are away.
So why does it
At
need
one
to?
episode,
No, but
there
what I'm
was-
saying is like they plan on using this room while their kids are here.
probably.
Probably while they're sleeping.
or no,
I mean, like,
maybe-
let's say, okay, let me ask you this. So in future, when you have kids, you're only gonna do it when your kids are away?
Well, I'll be doing it in the house, right? But if my kid needs something and I'm having sex and the door's locked, he can knock on the door.
What the
So
fuck?
he can tell me that something is wrong. But if I'm in my sex dungeon and my kid is about to die, then how the fuck is he gonna tell me he needs help?
How long
He
you
can
haven't?
call you, man. He can call you.
He's gonna think I fucking disappeared. He's gonna just fucking off himself. Yo,
that-
why are you building a sex dungeon?
That 1 hour that you're out fucking, you need something.
You really need to bust your nut that bad, bro? What the fuck? Like,
No, I think it's more of having a scenery at your disposal.
I
Like
think
you can't turn your bedroom into a sex dungeon because any guest that walks in is like, what the fuck's
no,
going
no.
on here?
Also,
But then you-
also, it's like about like when you are like 40 years old and you're like 20 years in a marriage. Things get bland. Just life happens and routine shit happens. And now you have kids, and kids always go into your room and
Yeah,
fuck around.
I think
and
that's what's
it's
more
a
of-
mess. So you need your space where you can just do whatever the hell you want, like soundproofed and whatever. Because that's what they do. They soundproof the whole thing. So no matter what you do, nobody's gonna hear. So that's the thing. That's the thing.
Uh-huh.
Thinking that.
and one of the items is called a St. Andrew's cross.
Not
And I said,
yeah.
my name's
No
Andrew.
fucking way.
So like that's just a little weird.
What was the cross?
It's just a
It's-
cross.
It's a cross and then you got
But like
handcuffs.
this, like X.
And
So
you got
your hands
handcuffs
are
on
here
it.
and your legs are there. And then it twists.
Oh.
So she
it's
was
like a
actually
wheel?
showing
Now he's
she
imagining
tied
the
someone, right?
possibilities.
And then she flipped the X and they're like, so now you can do stand up 69. I'm
Uh,
like, what the fuck?
I mean, it's definitely got potential.
yeah.
The producer's
Yeah, but
looking for anyone.
Definitely. that show is I recommend it.
The show is interesting,
it's
but
a-
towards the end it gets dumb.
It's less of like a sexual thing. It's more of like what the
yeah,
fuck is going
yeah.
on?
It's very interesting what they do. You're all just like, what? And there are like multiple couples in one episode, so you're seeing the dynamic between
Yeah.
different types of people. So it's really interesting.
yeah. It's a
It's on Netflix.
But at the end of the day, it's just some weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you know what?
And the
Some
effect dies
furniture,
off.
I'm like, it will be in my house.
Yeah, but and then your kids like playing on it, and there's just a dried cum.
No, that's why you need dungeon, man. That's why you need the dungeon. Yeah.
Yo, in 40 years, what do you guys like? We're old, wrinkly, probably have grandkids. What are you gonna look back on at this time of your life and just be like, that was a good time. I didn't realize it, but like, it could be something so stupid and asinine, like taking the bus, but now you don't even have to swipe for the bus. Now you just walk in and your chip in your head knows
I'm not-
that you paid.
I'm
I'm
not
not
gonna-
stupid. Like,
I'm not gonna say the bar's name, but the one we go to, it's $5 for a tall boy and a shot.
Mhm.
It's great. It's
Yo,
fucking great. I'm gonna probably look back at it like, man, that was a good old days.
dude, that'll
After
never
work.
get that.
Fucking after work, or
Dude,
maybe during work.
it'll never get better than that,
Yeah.
bro.
That's
price
mine.
in Manhattan. Oh,
That's mine. Yeah, in Manhattan too. That's crazy. And it's like a 2-minute walk from where I am. So
Yeah, not far at all.
that's my pick. I took it.
All right, that's a good one. That's a good. What about you, Ed?
You have to get back to me on that one.
All
I'm
right,
not sure
thank
yet.
Same. I'm still thinking.
What's yours? What's yours? You brought up the question. So.
Honestly, I think I will probably miss the most. I feel like they're gonna have self-driving cars, and I feel like
Oh, you're talking technology?
they're gonna be.
Like it could be anything.
All right, all
I,
right.
I left it vague for a reason, but like I feel like yeah, have you ever seen the movie I, Robot with Will Smith? And like when he gets into a car with the robot, they don't drive because they drive at like 180 miles an hour. Like you can't just do it. All the technology
and then maneuver like perfectly.
yeah,
yeah.
like
Kind of like Elon's tunnel.
yeah,
Where
like or like the Google car
Yeah.
stuff. Like it's exactly like that. I feel like it's gonna be like that, and I'm gonna miss like just being able to like turn on and control everything I do versus
Mhm.
like send a GPS coordinate or like a map, and then
Yeah.
not being able to drive.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Oh, dude, I'm basically in the same boat with basically like gas cars.
it's a
and
cop
then
out
electric
answer,
cars.
my guy.
Nah, I'm for real. Well, I'm actually into like automotive sports,
Yeah.
right? So I have sports cars and I go drive and track my cars,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so like with an electric car, you don't get that experience at all. And I like driving my car and like swerving around potholes and shit and like having to stop for like pedestrians, you know what I'm saying?
Having to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, sending it a little faster than my own good, through like corners, in like residential neighborhoods. And
Of
so,
course.
Allegedly.
it makes
Allegedly.
things interesting.
Yeah.
Running through stop signs, just get a little frisky.
Yeah,
Especially going to school
Yeah.
block.
On a school block.
The bum.
Let
you know what
me
I'm saying?
floor it from here to 100 feet that way
I
where
see a
the next
kid
stop
picking up
sign
a
is.
penny in the middle of the street. I'm gonna stop just enough.
Stop for the pedestrian,
That's why I like stopping for pedestrians, just right in front of them.
Exactly, yo.
You could have said like food. I feel like a lot of food is not going to be available.
Yeah, bro, they're gonna have
People
a
are
They're
gonna
gonna
pill.
go back to the crickets and the
Yeah.
mealworms.
They're gonna have a fucking pill. They just. Would you guys do that? I know I asked this last time.
I think I would do that.
I
Yeah.
would eat the pill.
I love eating food. That's the thing.
But
Just gluttony.
sometimes time is like of the
You don't like
essence.
food. That's the thing.
I do like.
I've seen
food,
how
though.
you eat food.
I eat
You-
slow and I enjoy it. Yes, you fucking Garvona, you scarf that shit down and you're like, oh yo, I got yips. Gone.
That's fine.
But like, yeah, it could be food, cars. What about you, Diana? What are you thinking?
I think like youth, like childhood,
Yeah.
because you can just never go back to it. Like my childhood. in
Yeah, your
particular,
shit's crazy.
I loved my child. I think it's the best part of my life so far because it's so full of different experiences, and it was fun. Doing all these things and just doing whatever the fuck I wanted when I was little. So I think that was cool. I can't do this anymore. I don't have the same freedom to do whatever I was able to do then.
Yeah, you can't lick dirt. I
and
got you.
and I know like my kids won't be able to do that too. So
Oh, that's why you should have a program. You send them to Uzbekistan or any third
excuse
world.
me, that's my idea. All right, and when I become a politician at 80 years old, I will,
You start sending kids to third world
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
It'll be a
Venezuela.
first world country by then.
They have
dude.
to understand hardship,
They do,
and then they
do.
become
Yeah.
the perfect citizen.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You don't give them a citizenship until they understand the hardship of another country.
You guys have it easy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.